Hi, welcome back to Soggy Granola. I am so glad you're here. Valentine's Day is quickly approaching and I love making the holidays, even the little ones, very special for my son. He's 2 years old and I just get a lot of joy out of bringing that holiday into the home and incorporating it throughout the month. So I will decorate his playroom and his bedroom with different themed items depending on the holiday. So for this, obviously Valentine's Day. I also like to incorporate different activities and books that relate to that holiday as well. Maybe incorporate some different food or food shapes using cookie cutters. So anything that I can do to incorporate that holiday and just make it even more special. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some activities that you can do with your little one that are Valentine's Day themed. I'm a huge fan of sensory play. I try to incorporate it every single day into our home. It's just something that I think is so beneficial. And one way that we like to do that is through our sensory table. We have the fleece out table from IKEA. I love the different variations that this table has. So this time around, I grabbed a bag of the candy conversation hearts and put those in one of the bins. The next bin, I used some Orbeez. I got these off of Amazon, and this is the first time that I've actually used Orbeez or felt them or did anything with them. They're so cool. It's such a fun sensory play. Now keep in mind, depending on how old your little one is, this may not be the best option. Again, my son is 2 and he does not play with these unsupervised, so I feel pretty comfortable with letting him play with them. They do have different sizes, so you could opt for the large or the jumbo size as well, but definitely recommend using Orbeez. They're super fun. Then I put in some white little fuzzy balls along with some red pipe cleaners, and then I put his tools in the last bin. I just like putting tools in a bin so that he has easy access to be able to play with whatever activity is currently in the table. If you don't have the fleece out table, or you don't really want to go out and buy things to fill a sensory table, or that's just not something that you're interested in, there are different ways to incorporate sensory play, and one of my favorites are through sensory kits. I did do a video a while ago, I'll link it up here for you, on different sensory kits that we love here in our home. And so today I'm going to be sharing with you 2 different sensory kits. So the first one that I have is from Shine Bins. I believe these are about $19 if I remember correctly. I love how compact these are. They're great for travel. I throw them in a travel bag with us when we're traveling somewhere, and it's great for my son to play with once we're at that location. So I love how small and compact these are. Inside you have a yellow Play-Doh. I love the gold glitter on the top. It's just very reminiscent of a honeycomb, which goes with their theme. They've also included daisies, which I love, a little honey spool, as well as a pair of tweezers, some different bees, hearts, and lastly, these yellow gems. Another great kit is this one by Humble and Kind. This is a little Etsy shop. I love the size of these as well. They are one size up, I believe, from the size of the Shine bin, so you can see kind of the size differential here. And this is going to be your traditional Valentine's Day sensory kit. So in this kit, you have a really fun heart character. I love that. You have 2 Play-Dohs, this pink with the silver glitter, as well as a beautiful teal color. And one thing that I really like about this kit specifically is the amount of different textures that they have in here. So you have the little flowers, you have pipe cleaners, you have some acrylic gems, as well as some of these fabric hearts. You have some beads, some little rubbery pieces. So I really like how they incorporate so many different textures into this little sensory kit as well. Another really great sensory kit is by Young, Wild and Friedman. I love their kits so much. They come with 3 Play-Dohs, but I didn't grab one for Valentine's Day just because we have enough going on, we have enough stuff, and I didn't really feel like we needed a 3rd sensory kit. Another fun Valentine's Day activity you can do with your little one is transferring pom-poms. This is great because it works on their pincer grasp if you are not using tweezers, or you could incorporate tweezers to work on their fine motor skills of being able to pinch those tweezers to pick up the pom-pom and move it from one location to another. My son loves transferring different materials and objects, so this was right up his alley. I just got this heart candy container from Target. Obviously, I ate all of the chocolates inside. It has these little compartments already, which I really like. It makes it really easy and kind of outlines where the pom-poms go. So I gave my son a little bowl of Poms and a pair of tweezers and let him transfer them into here, and then vice versa from here into the bowl. As I mentioned, you can alter this activity to meet your little one where they are with the skills that they have. If they're not ready for tweezers, it is perfectly fine for them to use their fingers because they're still working on hand-eye coordination as well as their pincer grasp. Another activity that you can do with your little ones that also works their mind a little bit is to buy some felt from the craft store. I just buy the individual size sheets and I get the thicker felt so it can kind of stand on its own. And so I cut out different heart shapes and then I cut them in half. So I used different patterns. So for example, I used a zigzag on this one. The next one, I used a squiggle cut, so it's not as perfect or as sharp as that zigzag. The next one I cut like this, and I actually then cut it in half again, but that was a little bit too advanced for my son, so I would just stick with cutting it just like this. And then the last heart shape I actually cut into a traditional puzzle pattern, so the ins and outs that kind of fit together. This one was really challenging. I had to help him a lot, but he was able to do that. So I think I would have just, again, stuck with cutting it in half and just using the one here in the middle as the puzzle. Again, totally customizable. You can make it as big or as small as your little one needs and cut it in any way. This is great for matching different shapes together for them to create that heart shape depending on how you cut down the middle. And it's also great for color recognition, especially if you're putting a few out at a time for them to know that the red pieces go with the red pieces and the pink with the pink and so on. So that wraps up the Valentine's Day activities that I have to share with you today. There are so many ways to make these holidays fun for your little ones by being intentional about what you're incorporating throughout the month. It could be as simple as using a cookie cutter to make heart shapes out of their cheese or their pancakes or waffles or even their sandwich for lunch. If your little one loves reading, incorporate some Valentine's Day books. It could also be making some really cute cards or crafts for family members. So be intentional with your little ones this month. Let me know down in the comments how you are going to incorporate Valentine's Day into your home and if you plan on using any of these activities yourself. That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed, I would love if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I post new videos on Tuesdays and Fridays and would love to have you be part of this community. It's been so great having you today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!